Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we will talk about syllable. Uh, I'm from Group 7. I'm Scholastica Belawawa with NPM 2019. We'll begin the presentation. Syllable is the first and the smallest units of a word. It is a group of segments which is larger than segment but smaller than a word. In IPA, syllables are shown by boundary symbol as you can see for the syllables of the word connected. And for most people, it is more easier to count the syllables than to count the segments because syllables are often used for songs, for verse and chant. If you are a K-pop fan, then you may familiar with the chant. When there are concert fans, sometimes chanting the lyrics, the certain lyrics, so they are chanting the syllables of the words from the lyrics. Here we can see the example for the word meadow. We have two syllables. The word dangerous, we have three syllables. And the word anti-disestablishmentarianism, we have 12 syllables. Why we have to learn the syllables? First, we have to know the phonological processes when we are forming a word. And then we have to also know the general structure in a syllables. And the most important part, to know how to end and how to start a syllables. So here there are some restrictions in segment distributions when we forming syllables. For example, we can see when we forming the syllables for the word connective, we have to uh, sign it, we have to mark it with the syllable symbols. This is if you see that the round symbol on the screen, it is the Greek symbol for syllables. Next, we have to know the substrings of syllables, which is onset, coda, and nucleus. Onset is the consonants or sequences of consonants at the beginning of the syllable, and coda is the consonant or sequences of consonants at the end of syllables, and then nucleus is vowel or diphthong that found in a syllable. Nucleus is the most important part that would help us determine the syllables. A syllable could lack, it is like common for a syllable to lack the onset, but it is like less common, but it is like very common to a syllable to lack coda, but it is important or obligatory for a syllable to have nucleus. There are some principles of syllabification. First, we have to finding the syllable nucleus. As I have said before that nucleus is the important part to determine a syllable. Then we have to do the syllabic affiliation of consonants. Here, uh, the important part as well that we have to determine uh, which syllable the consonant belongs to. Generally, when a consonant preceding immediately to a vowel, then that consonant belongs to the same syllable with that vowel. If you can see the example here, uh, if we have a word with vowel, consonant, vowel, then it can be vowel and consonant vowel. For example, the word alive. L here, the consonant L here preceding immediately to the diphthongs, so it belongs to the second syllable. Next, we have maximal onset principle that stated that when we do syllabification, we may observing the consonantal cluster that may begin a word. Consonantal cluster is the two or more consonant that may begin a word initially or finally in a syllable. So here, if we have the word with vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, it can be vowel, consonant, and consonant, vowel, or vowel and consonant, consonant, vowel, if the consonant, consonant, vowel could begin a word. For example, the word approve. The word approve here have the consonantal cluster P and R. In English, the consonantal cluster P and R can begin a word, so we can make it into two syllables with and pro. But at some cases, that is difficult to determine a word by the maximal onset principle. So we have to do to find allophone evidence. For example, with the consonantal cluster d and w, it is possible to be onset in the word dwell, but it cannot be in a word Edwardian because the consonant d here more be the coda allophones for the syllables ed. So it became ed, wool, Indian. Now, when we do syllabification, we may do the outline scheme. Here we use the word contract. First, in outline scheme for syllabification, we have to do assignment, which is we have to determine which one is the syllable sound, and we sign it with the Greek symbol of syllable. Here, with the word contract, we have two syllable sound, and then we have to do the onset formation. Here, we have to join the consonant sound that preceding the syllable. We have the consonant k here and the consonant t and r. So we join the consonant k to the first syllable and the consonant t and r to the second syllable. Why we cannot join the n to the second syllable? Because in English it is common, it is possible to consonantal cluster t and r to begin a word, but it cannot with ntr. And next, we have to do coda formation, which is rejoin the remaining consonants that are not yet syllabified. Here we have the consonant N and consonant K and T. So we join the consonant N to the first syllable and the consonant K and T to the second syllable. For more explanation, you can find on my group, my members group video. Thank you.